Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.
A teacher, musician, and game changer, Will Alderman is leading the charge for Music Hop in Kalamazoo with drumsticks in hand.
Welcome everyone to the Music Hop. Have you heard of Music Hop? Woo! All right, easy. Calm down.
Well, who is Will Alderman?
Well, currently I'm a freelance musician in the greater Kalamazoo area. So what I do is I teach and I write and I perform all sorts of music. And I'm all over the place doing it, teaching Madawan and Otsego, playing well all these different schools. I'll go in and teach lessons during the day, and I also teach and write for their drum lines. So that's kind of like my day-to-day job. So my life is really just music, yeah.
I am ready to play the snare drum. What do I do?
Awesome. Well, first we got to learn how to hold the sticks. Okay. So hold them loosely, and you want to have your thumb on the stick across from your pointer finger. Okay. And then you take your palms and you point them down. Great.
Great.
You're doing great.
Left-handed.
You're left-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
We can work with that.
Good, thank you.
All right, great. And we're going to learn a really simple exercise that we call 8 on a hand. Mm-hmm. So this is what we teach to like all our beginning students.
Yes.
And what you do is you play 8 notes on your right hand to start, and then you play 8 notes on your left hand to start.
Would you demonstrate, please?
I'll demonstrate for you. That's it.
I'm ready.
Okay, whenever you're ready. That's it.
Cool. All right.
That's great.
Now, lightly a hold.
That's right. So you don't want to be too tense with the sticks. The best way the sticks can sound on the drum is loose, so they can resonate. Okay, so we want the sticks to resonate as well, and then you don't want to create tension in your own hand because that can cause injury. So what we do is we keep the palm down really loose, and then we play from the wrist, a smaller muscle group than maybe like the arm or the shoulder. Okay, so we use our wrist to bend up and down. You want to try it one more time?
So how did this music hop come into your life?
Yeah, this is a good story too. I was sitting at a restaurant in Kalamazoo with my friend, Kyle, and I said, Kyle, I gotta go to Nashville. Like, I just gotta move to Nashville if I'm gonna be serious about being a performing musician. I mean, that's just what all my friends have done, or they've gone to New York City, or some of these big cities that have built-in infrastructures to provide an outlet to perform and get your name out there. And he said, no, you don't have to move. And I said, well, why not? He said, why don't you just create your own, environment here in Kalamazoo? And I was like, well, how are we going to do that? And we already knew about other events downtown that were promoting like visual art. Art hop was happening. What if we did like a music hop? I was like, oh, what would that look like? And we started talking about, okay, well, Kalamazoo is the middle ground between Chicago and Detroit. And then you go north and you have Grand Rapids, and all these cities are getting great musicians to come in and play. So why not get Kalamazoo to be that middle hub between all those 3 zones? And then we can become, we already have the history, we have the musicians, we have a great music school down the road with a phenomenal jazz program, which is, nationwide they're well known. It's like, man, why aren't we a music hub yet? We gotta be, So we're trying. I guess music hub was like, it was a selfish, like, I want to play more, I just want to have more opportunities to play. And it was also I love Kalamazoo, I want to stay here, so why not create your own environment to do what you love already? And then it was just practically like, why hasn't Kalamazoo been on the map yet? And then we used to be a little bit more. We had the Gibson Guitar Factory, and Club Soda used to host a lot of different bands that would play here. But it seems like as more recently, it's not that it's gone downhill, it just hasn't gone forward, I felt like. So hopefully this will be some sort of catalyst to like promote local musicians and get bigger musicians that want to come to Kalamazoo.
Oh, perfection.
And you're already bouncing the stick really well,
Wow.
which is step 2 of the process, is learning how to let the stick bounce up and down.
Great.
So you're already a pro.
And give me a little drum roll.
Sure.
Okay.
So that's called a double stroke roll. 2 notes on each hand.
And when does that come in my lesson?
Well, that's later on. Yeah, we better wait.
Okay.
We got to work on 8 on a hand a
All
little
right,
bit longer.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, it's all about the snare. Thank you, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Maybe I'm thinking of a rock drummer, but what do you think about when you're jamming?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Depends on the situation, I guess. So a lot of what I did was in the classical world, and so.
Which means what? I mean,
It means
so how does
more-
that differ?
Imagine, okay, so you have like the Rolling Stones. That'd be more like a rock genre, right? Or a pop genre. So, and then you have Beethoven, and that'd be more in like the classical genre of music. So in that setting, it would be a lot of like performance anxiety. That's what musicians talk about a lot. And so overcoming that is like a big part of like the classical musician's goal, is to be just like a really calm performer, really confident, and can play your music. But I never really got there. I was always really anxious. I had great recitals, it was fun. But I think it was more, just a little more intense. When I'm playing in like a rock band, I'm having fun. I think it's more like me just being relaxed. It's just, I think it goes with the territory a little bit. Rock music kind of has that surrounding feel of just like, hey, we're all just together, we're playing music, we're just jamming together, you know?
And does practice make perfect?
It absolutely does. You know, the 10,000 hour rule. Yeah, it takes 10,000 hours to master something. So I always think, okay, where am I in the 10,000 hours right now, you know? I think when I really got serious about my practice, which was in college, and I had a schedule where I'd practice 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, just amazing results. It's incredible when you do that, you know? And helps to be passionate about the thing you're practicing, you know, not always enjoying practicing the things that I would do, but really pushing myself to do those things and then finding the things I was passionate about to work through those. Oh yeah, makes perfect, or it makes better.